My approach to music is quite informal, if that's one way of putting it. I try and keep it as much like play as possible. Sometimes in the filming work and the editing work and things like that, you get really focused on details and really intricate sound design or transitions or assembly, and I think in contrast to that, I try and use the music as a time to just play and have fun and find sounds that sort of work. I mainly go in with no planning or even ideas a lot of the time about what I want to create. I just load into the project and play around with a few different sounds, maybe a few different keyboards and things like that, and then just fiddle my way on the MIDI keyboard over some chords or some melodies, and yeah, just kind of see where it goes. I try to put as little thought into it as possible. I try and make it quite a natural progression of like exploration and play. I think I want to keep it as raw as possible, and my approach to it is kind of that because the songs that I make are more for background, you know, like they kind of accompany the video I'm trying to make, the story that I'm trying to tell. Because of that, I try not to take too long. I try and make it quite a short process, and one of the ways that I do that is by just going with the first idea and kind of leaving lots of little imperfections in and things like that. My knowledge of like music theory and things like that is pretty amateur. I don't really even know how to play certain chords on the piano really. I more just go by trial and error, just trying a few different like shapes with my hand and looking at the keys, and I think you've got to kind of embrace those things as like what makes your music unique to you. I just want to make songs that accompany the stories that I'm trying to tell. And sometimes that means the songs will be incredibly basic, sometimes they end up being quite intricate, sometimes they are really sparse, sometimes they're really fleshed out. So there is a real mix in there, but I want each track to reflect the video that it was made for, or at least paired with. Sometimes I'll create a track because I know I want to make a specific video, so I'll make a track that then pairs with that video. All improvised, but like it's sort of purpose made for that. Or other times I'll just sit down and create as many songs as I can in however much time I have. I guess I just want to make a unique video, and the way I can make it the most unique is by creating songs from scratch with a brain that has no knowledge of how to use a DAW or music theory or whatever. And I think that kind of naivety in my approach actually sometimes helps it to become more special, at least to me anyway.
For more, check out my Substack, where I post 3 newsletters every week.